All right, Harry, we're here with Justin Calhoun, New Holland Construction Regional Sales Manager. How you doing today, Justin?
Good afternoon, Sterling. Good afternoon, Harrison.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks for coming down and visiting us, and we're ready to talk some construction equipment, skid steers, what's in the pipeline for New Holland, and what innovative ideas they have.
Let's get it going.
I'm Sterling,
I'm Harrison.
and this is Hard on the Paint by Big Country Equipment.
All right, so we all know there's new innovation coming to pretty much every field in the construction manner. What are you seeing that New Holland's going to pop out with, or can redesign or redo for the SSL CTLs?
It's not so much about what we're going to do and redesign. It's more of a concept, right? So the New Holland lineage has always been on the farm. So the recreation of the brand being good for commercial construction, general construction, agriculture, material handling, landscaping is more or less revigorating the brand to be more commercial construction and not just be thumb down to good for the farm. So what we're doing with New Holland Construction now moving forward is we're in a growth mode, right? So we've always been connected to the agriculture dealer network. And so now we're branching out on our own, putting a brand together, New Holland Construction, separate from New Holland Agriculture, Case Construction, Case IH and all that, and becoming a growth brand, utilizing our backbone of the dealer network that we've always been afforded through the New Holland agriculture side, creating this one team, one dream that we've got going on with all of our innovation that we've got that's separate from New Holland agriculture. You know, the branded zones, the marketplace that's unique to New Holland Construction, specifically under the C&H Industrial family. So it's the vision of Tyler Mills and Leandro that we've got that's afforded this opportunity to go forth and venture out onto our own and start developing our team, much like we've always had under the New Holland Agriculture, where, you know, once I was a product specialist, now I'm a regional sales manager. So hopefully we have that flow chart where we have, you know, parts and service specifically to New Holland Construction as we do in New Holland Agriculture. So I think that before we move forward leaps and bounds in innovation of our equipment, we've got to set the preface of our, you know, laying the foundation of what we're going to do in a growth brand. You know, the future of our equipment, you know, we've got the acquisition of Cipriana that's going to be building our own in-house, you know, midi excavators, the continuation of evolving our skid steers and our compact track loaders, the bringing in what we didn't have here in North America as far as our compact wheel loaders, the 60 to 70, the long reach 80, the small articulated loaders that we've got, and our mini track loaders are kind of rounding out our full portfolio to go to market with the growth brand that we're setting forth the opportunity to develop not our existing dealers, but, you know, the opportunity of having maybe standalone full line New Holland dealers, less the heavy construction.
Well, that sounds like kind of what y'all had set up back in the day and then kind of got away from now coming back to. But hitting on manufacturing, you know, Kenworth did a bunch of layoffs lately, and so does John Deere. Where do you see New Holland's going to see the new age of COVID? Okay, there was too many orders and not enough production. Now we have where we can meet production, and we're seeing slowing of orders coming in from dealerships. What are we going to see from New Holland to combat all these new products that may or may not have customers for it going into election year and after election year?
Well, everything that we've done prior to after COVID, you know, there was a ramp up where we didn't have any equipment. Then we started doing, you know, 3 shifts to get caught up with everything. Now we've plateaued where everybody's got a belly full of inventory on the ground. And our focus right now is to instead of just always wholesale, we're into the retail. but replenish those orders as you sell down so that we always have orders in the pipeline. And, it's not a bad thing on the layoffs because, you can't have too much inventory out there because then you have an inventory problem. And then you're either discounting on the wholesale side or you're discounting on the retail side, and nobody wins when you're giving away free money. But I think that going forward on our side, we're doing a lot more advancements into not just saying, hey, we need orders, but we're saying, look, this is the total industry volume per model that's being sold in your market. And we're more or less showing you this is the opportunity you have by model based on our inventory or our models, and kind of pairing it together with science or analytics versus saying, hey, I need you to order something. And then you're always ordering what Jimmy Smith likes down the road or Jimmy Jones likes. And you're always having that in inventory versus what the majority of what the AEM data is showing. That's one thing to combat the over inventory, or making sure the dealers have the right inventory. And then the biggest thing that we're doing more now than ever is we're reaching out into the marketplace, right? So all the dealers' inventory are out there for the customers can shop online and see where everything is, and then be able to generate a cash price or a financing price based on what they're seeing at the dealership level, and then connect the dots back to the dealership so that you're not always having to browbeat the bushes to find the customers. The customers are now seeking you. And I think that's a lot better. I mean, the auto industry is doing it for a while, but I think that's a generational change in how the younger generations go into market, because a lot of everybody now has iPhones or iPads or something, connecting them to the real world via the internet.
And I like to see that on New Holland Construction's marketplace that they're advertising the actual prices on there. It's not saying, call for price. It's listing the price on there, which makes it convenient for the shopper as well. And I think we've actually had a few sales resonate from that. And I like how New Holland Construction is kind of separating that product, their construction side, from its ag side. So people don't necessarily look at a skid steer or compact track loader and go, well, that's only for farmers and ranchers. But hey, a construction crew can use this machine as well. And I think it's just kind of the advertising scope that New Holland is moving towards for their construction. So I think those are innovative ideas.